So what I'm going to do is calibrated. So I'm going to take a 6 and an 8, half an ounce of each, and make my level 7. Okay? So that's what's so great. Oh, thank you. Sorry about that. I usually have some in a, I didn't even grab. I wear color well, as I call it. So this is going to be my base with 10, and then this is going to be the shaft and ends. And I'm just going to do 10. So you like my bowl? It's dual. Yeah, and what we do too, and I just didn't grab them, I had done a show, is we have silver brushes. So my darker would be my black brush, my lighter, or if I'm doing a highlight, I could use my silver so you can mark your bowls. So it really makes it nice that you can do that. So it is marked, so for that half, so I'll just go up to that line and put my half in there. I don't want to lift on those shaft and ends. I just want my color.
You said 10 volume, correct?
10 volume,
okay.
Cream. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So ounce color, ounce on the color, so it's going to be.
And we're using the cream base. Brilliant.
So an ounce and a half. And then what I like also is after I mix the color, you know how sometimes it'll get all over your brush? I can flip that around and hang it. So my brush isn't falling in the color and doing all that crazy. Yeah, it's got that little hook. I love our brushes. So I will mix them up and let you see. See, you can whisk it if you want. It mixes up really good. You're not 20 minutes later and it's still not mixed. See, it mixes up really good. And what I do, like since I'm doing that, instead of stirring that one up, mixing it, I'll just let it sit there like that and do the base, and then I'll mix that one and put it on.
And you're going to take the very ends and do a pale or blonde on them?
I'm sorry?
You're going to take the very end of it?
What I'm going to do is once I get this on, then I'm going to go to your mid shaft and put that on, and then I'll go in and do the ends. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and put that where I want it to show.
I made it one time. I had a recipe I went by, but I don't know what I did with it. I got tricky.
Just put this on that pretty good.
How's the spreadability?
Spread's good. If y'all want to try and spread, that's fine. You can do that. It glides on like cake icing's what I tell people.
So why Scruples color versus other brands?
One reason, and it's just my preference, even though, they don't pay me to say this, I do work for them, but I've worked for a lot of, other companies. I've worked for several, and then I've used a lot of different lines in my 30 years. With this one, it's low inventory. The cost is love the cost of it, and they have an answer to every question or problem I've got that sits in my chair. Versus corrective color, or if I'm being very creative with my highlighting, low lighting. So I can go back in my dispensary and just pick what I need. And, and if I'm out of something, I can make it pretty much. So a lot of lines you can't do that. It's not true calibrated. And so for the ease of that, I am very creative. I like to think I am. So they allow my artistic ability just to run wild. A lot of lines you just don't have that freedom, and it really makes I think it stifles you. But, and I like it too that Scruples is owned by hairstylists, and that they don't, we are professional only, so you have to come to a distributor. You can't go to Walmart, you can't go to CVS. I am the professional, so to get your hair colored, you have to come to me. It's not that you can go anywhere and just get it. And I like that about Scruples because they care about me as a stylist. A lot of companies do not.
What about education?
Yeah, education. We love education as a whole. I'm business education. I do both. But what we do is we love education. We have online webinars, highlighting, low lighting. They're every month. 30 minutes. They're free to you if you just, want to watch, just to refresh, things like that, or you're interested in, doing it. All of our intros have DVDs in them, which is a mini class in itself. And then we do have, right now we're sitting at right around 200 educators nationally and internationally. So we have tons of educators, and our motto is we want you to be happy with the color in all of our products, whether it's, our shampoos, conditioners, whatever. If you need a PK class or whatever, we'll come in and work with you. So what we have, if you like that, is our Urban Shock line. We have our fun colors. We just added a teal color in.
That's pretty.
And so what you can do with the Urban Shock is you can shear it out. So it comes straight out of the tube. The darker, it is in a conditioner base. So if you want to shear it out to a mid-range color or a pastel, you just add our emergency repair conditioner. And what you see in the bowl is what you're going to see, especially you're blonde, you have to put it on pre-lightened hair. It will be that. So if you shear that pink.
Now, would you wet the hair?
What I usually do is I lighten them and then towel dry it and then apply it. 2 ways to do that. You can put them under a medium warm dryer, which is going to help with the longevity. And then, because it fades off tone on tone, if you process them room temperature, the longevity is cut in half. The pastel, that real sheer, I don't care heat or no heat, you're only going to get 2 weeks because you have sheared out that pigment so much. So what we recommend on that is, say if I was going to do a pastel, I would do 2 to 3 pastel foils. Then I'm going to do a really fine, minute slice, and I'm going to do full throttle. As that full throttle fades out, it refreshes my pastel. So I get more longevity on it like that. So about every 2, 3 of the pastel, I put a full throttle or even a mid-range, however you want to do it. And that, as that fades out, it will help refresh that. So the longevity on your pastel is a little bit longer on that. And they are easy to take out. I don't know what you have in your hair. I didn't ask. Some of them you can't get out. And so ours you can. They don't like peroxide. So if I took peroxide in color, it's going to pop it and pop it out.